huge setback there for the Aam Aadmi Party now, considering President Kovind has approved the recommendations of Election Commission to disqualify 20 AAP MLAs in this case.
Well, Amita, this is pretty much along expected lines because the matter had been pending before the ECI for a fair bit of time. Our viewers will recall the initial reference that was made nearly about 3 or so years back was by Honorable President, former President Pranab Mukherjee, and the Election Commission, in the light of a detailed opinion to that reference, which was sent out perhaps on the 19th, has given a detailed listing of why it feels indeed the AAP MLAs were in transgression of laid down norms, and therefore the Office of Profit section was attracted, and the government notification also lays down, Amita, the reasons, the background, the circumstances surrounding this reference, and the reasoning basis which the Election Commission has arrived at its finding and given the opinion. So once the opinion was rendered, Amita, it was perhaps a long expected line for the President of India to accept such an opinion. But what is interesting is, going forward from tomorrow onwards, we are going to see a veritable political slugfest break out in the national capital. Of course, the Aam Aadmi Party is not willing to take it lying down. We have already heard from Gopal Rai in a statement to ANI saying that the AAP party was in the process of making a representation to the Honorable President's office that they have not been adequately heard. But this news has just come about, and it has now been verified by way of a government notification. So now perhaps will be looking to knock on the doors of either the Honorable Delhi High Court or the Supreme Court. But that being said, even Congress Party, Amita, is looking to capitalize maximum out of this scenario. And tomorrow there are demonstrations which are being planned by the Congress to demand Arvind Kejriwal's resignation.
All right. In fact, we have Ejaz Ilmi of the BJP now joining us on the phone line as well. Ilmi, tell me this: what does the BJP make of the fact that now President Kovind has given his approval for disqualification of these 20 AAP MLAs?
Well, the earlier Honorable President, Mr. Pranab Mukherjee, was the one who gave the reference to the Election Commission, and the new President, Mr. Ramnath Kovind, has obviously upheld all the documentation and the legal facts presented by the Election Commission that these 20 MLAs were obviously enjoying perks and which they were not entitled to. I mean, the Aam Aadmi people, these MLAs wanted to be special people and wanted to be referred to as parliamentary secretaries, which is also a euphemism for being like a deputy minister. So the whole idea was to obviously circumvent the law. And people like to talk about the Constitution, protecting the Constitution and the law, and the same party does the same thing in violating the law. I mean, where was the need to appoint 20, 21 MLAs as parliamentary secretaries when the law clearly states that you can have 1, 2, 3? And so they're just paying a price for trying to be anarchic in the sense of violating the basic canons of the Constitution law laid down.
In fact, Ms. Ilmi, earlier we've heard AAP members, including the Chief Minister, saying that these allegations are completely false. These MLAs didn't even get a single penny. And now, like Meenakshi was just pointing out a little earlier, Gopal Rai also coming out and saying that this is victimization.
Allegations that they're saying are false. I mean, definitely what was false was their allegations that the EVM machines can be hacked, and when the EVM asked them to come and for a hackathon, they just backed out. So whatever they say is the truth, and whether it's the Election Commission or whether it's the presidential office or whether it's the parliamentary system, everything else is wrong, and Aam Aadmi Party is right. So if you have this mentality, then I mean I take these statements of Mr. Gopal Rai with a pinch of salt anyway.
All right, Mr. Ilmi, thank you so much for joining us with your views here on that breaking news that is coming in at this point in time. President Kovind there approving the recommendation of Election Commission to disqualify 20 AAP MLAs in the Office of Profit case. Remember, earlier 20 AAP MLAs were accused of holding Office of Profit. The Election Commission had approached for the president's approval earlier, even as AAP members alleged victimization, denied corruption charges. In fact, Gopal Rai, the president of Delhi unit of AAP, they're currently claiming victimization, asserting that the party is not afraid of elections. We've also heard several members of AAP earlier come out and say that these allegations are false, that the AAP MLAs did not even get a single penny, like the allegations are being framed at this point in time. But the latest big breaking news that's coming in at this point is that President Kovind has in fact approved the recommendation of Election Commission to disqualify 20 AAP MLAs in the Office of Profit case. Also earlier, 20 AAP MLAs were accused of holding Office of Profit. The Election Commission had in fact approached for the President's approval earlier, even as AAP members alleged victimization, denying corruption charges, including Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal earlier saying that the truth will come out. These allegations are completely false. Gopal Rai, the president of the Delhi unit of AAP, also claiming victimization after the latest news that's come in now that President Kovind has in fact given his approval for the Election Commission's orders, in fact saying that these 20 AAP MLAs must be disqualified. They're not coming in for 20 MLAs disqualification by President Kovind approving the recommendations of Election Commission to disqualify 20 AAP MLAs in the Office of Profit case. Remember earlier, 20 AAP MLAs were accused of holding Office of Profit. The Election Commission had approached for the President's approval earlier, even as AAP members alleged victimization, denying corruption charges. They're reading out President Kovind's address, of course, saying that now, therefore, having considered the matter in the light of the opinion expressed by the Election Commission of India, I, Ramnath Kovind, President of India, in exercise of the powers conferred on me under Section 15(4) of the Government of National Capital Territory of Delhi Act 1991, do hereby hold the aforesaid 20 members of Delhi Legislative Assembly stand disqualified for being members of the said assembly, unquote. That's the latest there coming in here on Mirror Now. 20 AAP MLAs to be disqualified. The President's nod has come in. In fact, remember, this will also decrease the number of seats for AAP members significantly despite holding majority. They're reducing it to just about 42 to 45 seats now that 20 AAP MLAs are going to be disqualified. President Kovind, they're approving the recommendations of Election Commission to disqualify 20 AAP MLAs in the Office of Profit case.